Jess is excited.
Hey, it's Jess here, the founder of ESC, reporting from our first ever Accelerator event, this one being the Success Accelerator in April. Today I'm talking with Tony.
Hello.
Hey, and so Tony, can you tell me where you are at in your entrepreneur journey?
Look, I'm really sticking around at the start. I've tried a couple of businesses previously and well, they've not worked. I wouldn't say they've been complete failures, but they haven't worked exactly how I wanted them to.
Yeah.
That actually has happened for the rest of my career as well.
Yeah.
But I'm at the moment just in startup phase really.
Okay.
So I have an idea, I have a concept.
Yeah.
I know that there's a market for it, and now it's just about bringing that to market in a way that I can get my message across as quickly and succinctly as possible and generate revenue from it.
Good. That's what we all want, don't we?
It is.
And in terms of ESC, is this your first ever event?
No, this is not my first ever ESC event. I've done a number of events through ESC. I'm a big rap for the ESC events. The first event that I did through ESC was the Marshall Server Future of Business, and that was absolutely life-changing, and I have just to thank for that, because I actually had an email from just going, "Hi Tony, you don't know me, but look, you need to come along to this."
Yeah.
I went, "Look, I don't know you, but sounds like a good opportunity to network," and went to the event. It was amazing, went and did the course, completely changed my life.
Yeah.
And it's given me the confidence to go back into business as well.
Yeah.
So that's really why I'm here.
Great, thank you. And in terms of the last 2 days, how would you describe the experience?
The experience the last 2 days has been absolutely amazing. It's one of those things that, as they say, a mind once it's grown can't be shrunk again, and all that's happening is it just feels like this constant stretching in my mind. It's getting a little bit painful. There's a lot going in.
That's the second time I've heard that today.
Oh, but that's good.
It's good though.
It means it's working. Look, it's been really good. There's been lots of skills and also lots of things that you don't necessarily think of when you're going into business. And I think there's some falling down points previously that I've had in other businesses that haven't been quite so successful. Quite so successful, had to abandon them and go back and get a real job.
Yeah.
And it's just a case of looking at this. It's more of a case of a checklist of saying, okay, I need to do this, I need to look after that. I hadn't even considered that, and that really could have completely,
destroying.
Yeah, absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
So all those sorts of things, so it's been really good.
Yeah.
But then additional skills as well, where, for instance, we've just done some coding. That's something that I was going to have to essentially outsource, and I probably will still outsource. But now I've got a better understanding of it, and I can actually learn to look at those sorts of things as well, and make it easier to talk to someone about what it is that I want.
If you are outsourcing,
exactly. Make it sound like I know what I'm talking about, which makes it harder for someone to try and pull the wool over your eyes.
Yeah, which is important in that space. Let's be honest. And in terms of your most valuable takeaway, and this one might be a little hard given the amount of content, so if you don't have an answer, that's okay. I am putting you on the spot, but do you have one?
There's a couple of really most valuable takeaways. From yesterday, one of the ones was about taking massive action, and instead of doing 3 or 4 things on a business, doing 365 things on a business. So I work on the business, not in the business, every day of the year as well.
Yeah, so focus on like growth activities.
Yeah, growth activities, hiring activities, whether or not it's marketing, whether or not it's, all of those sorts of strategy as well. Things that are going to generate business and not just the case of doing the administration
to-do
side of
list.
the business. Exactly.
Yeah.
Then today with Darcy, Darcy's always good.
He is always good. I love you, Darcy.
Shameless plug, Darcy. Look, one of those things of actually asking what it is you actually do for someone.
Yeah.
What problem is it that you solve? It's one of those things. I'm looking at it. I'm a salesman myself.
Yes.
I'm looking at my business as the strategy, and this is the market segment, and this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the gap. But at the same point in time, have I asked myself, the question of what problem do I actually solve for the customer who doesn't necessarily know that they have to do something.
Yeah.
So that's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, great, thank you. And would you recommend an accelerator to your friends?
Absolutely.
Yep.
If you're thinking about getting into business, even if you're just in sales, sales is the interesting thing. It's the profession where it is a businessman in a business. Every salesman generally, or saleswoman, is usually on some sort of commission or bonus structure as well. So if you can go out and get more sales and figure out how to get more business, that's a huge boost to your bottom line as well. So even if you're just doing sales, this is fantastic just for that as well. But if you're thinking about doing your own business, your own startup, doesn't matter if it's in the tech space. When we've talked a lot about small businesses versus startups, so even if you're thinking about doing a small business, this is invaluable just for someone who's looking at doing a small business as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I highly recommend it.
Great, thank you. And speakers, what were your thoughts on the speakers?
The speakers have all been an amazing quality. Sergio yesterday was fantastic. Sergio's the guy that does branding.
From MediaVest Group.
Yes. Good plug. Sergio was excellent. Daniel and Grant were brilliant as well. Go on, Jessica, plug where they're from.
SLP Leadership, and there's also Innovation and quite a few, Innovation, sorry about that, and a few other startups that they have on the go, and even companies that these guys have been around the block for years and years.
That's the other thing, that there's a massive amount of experience, but people have actually done it. And not only most of the time when you talk to people about business, they want to tell you all the good stuff. Oh, look at I've done this and I'm really wonderful and it's been so successful.
The glossy, shiny honeymoon period.
And no one talks about the stuff that went wrong and how they screwed up and how they lost lots of money and how they did all that.
And that it's actually hard sometimes. It's not a walk in the park, and if you don't want hard work.
And that's the thing. When you hear only the success, and it's like. If you play a musical instrument, if you're any good, there was a time in your life where you were completely crap, and you made lots of mistakes, and you didn't want anyone to hear, and the only time that people were allowed to see was when you had something nailed. And it's like that in business, and the problem is that a lot of the time you get disheartened because you go, why is it so easy for everyone else and it's so difficult for me? The best thing about this weekend is you're actually getting people who have gone up and done it and saying, these are the problems that we had. And the great thing is that when you have those problems, you learn how to avoid those problems again next time. And it might not be this business, and it might not be that business, and it might be another business down the track. But don't ever shy away from the learning experience.
Persist, basically.
Exactly. Hang in there.
And last question. Is there anything you want to add? You don't have to, but
anything you want to add? No, it's been an amazing experience already. So extremely glad I came.
Great. It's been a pleasure to have you, as always. We love Tony.
Thanks very much, yes.
Thanks, Tony.